Today we play the final 3 holes with the most forgiving golf bag we could make here at Waterfront. Frankie is currently 1 under using TaylorMade, Ping and Callaway. So here is Frankie. He's got his 3-wood out here, the Stealth HD, as you'll see on screen. So far Frankie's been hitting this well. 16 degrees, we've discussed last week how it might not be the right loft for him. He hits it high enough as it is, so maybe he needs a little bit of a stronger 3-wood. But this is a great option for you guys. Plenty of height on that, nice and forgiving, bullet straight, and taking a little bit of the corner off Frankie.
It's perfect.
Other than that,
it's perfect.
Not bad. So a very diverse bag we have used this week. So different brands, Frankie. Again, clubs that you would probably never look at, obviously, at your level potentially.
Yeah.
But are you surprised with the results?
Yeah, I mean, I'm scoring well for like how I normally play around here. It's not been like where I literally can't even score and I'm just bogeying every hole, but it's just like certain shots that I'd have with my other clubs that I don't have with these. Like it's mostly just the irons, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just less control with the irons. Very forgiving, but just can't hit the shot that you want to hit. It's just one shot.
Yeah, so it's very interesting there. So as a low handicapper, Frankie might want to shape some shots, hit them high or low. Definitely got the forgiveness, Frankie, which is obviously what a lot of people will go to him for. We saw that obviously on a few of the par 4s you misstruck them, but they still didn't lose much distance.
No, the 5-iron I was using off the tee, it was misstruck a few and they were fine. And same with the driver. I like I was saying in the earlier videos, I don't strike my driver great, but this max feels like, well, I don't feel like I've hit a bad one yet, but I might have done. Like, you just can't tell.
Yeah.
So.
Which is good, and that's what obviously some of these clubs are designed at for you to. You get a lot of forgiveness. You might not always be able to tell where you've hit it on the face, but if you don't lose much distance, then that's going to be obviously a big benefit. It's also interesting that it could be down to clubhead speed. You could be off to like Frankie, but have a slow clubhead speed, so these clubs might be good for you. Get them launching high, landing softer onto the greens, and then have a forgiving wedge, something with a lot of bounce, depending on what course you play, could benefit you compared to your current wedges that you've got in the bag. So, fairway for Frankie. He's certainly made this hole nice and short. How far have you got, Frankie?
112.
112. So we're looking into Frankie's wedges there. Obviously he does have the Cleveland full face. We have got in there a 52 degree, which again, if he was going for the Stealth HD irons, we would have to look at the gapping. We know obviously the pitching wedge is quite strong, so it's all then about making sure you've got a full setup. Don't just go and get irons fitted that don't suit your wedges. Again, if you're looking to get fitted, Kyle here does all the full swing fitting. And if you want to get a fitting, give us a call on the number below, ask for Kyle's diary, and he'll be able to get you in for the full range of clubs: Ping, TaylorMade, Callaway, Titleist. And I forgot Cobra, how could I? And Cobra. So Frankie's hit a great shot there, a towering draw straight next to the flag. It looks like it's ran on a little bit. It could be inside 10 feet, which again, if we talk to our averages, is well inside with these forgiving clubs. So to around about 15 feet here, Frankie is out with the Versa. So we've talked about it in previous weeks, obviously clubs that Frankie would have in the bag. Obviously he's hit some good shots with the Stealth HD irons, haven't you, Frankie? But you just don't feel like you have much control.
No, it's just like same to be fair with the wedges there. I've pitched that just short and it hasn't spun at all, and then with the irons it's like you've got to just judge it perfectly with the bounce and everything, otherwise you're screwed. Like,
yeah, you know you're not going to get, well, you're going to get the forgiveness like the wedge. You've got plenty of bounce, you know you're going to generate the strike, but you might not get spin. But obviously these clubs, guys, are probably directed to somebody maybe with a slower swing speed, or maybe someone with a lower ball flight. You're looking for something a little bit higher to land a little bit softer. Those clubs then might be for you. They're all there to generate a good strike, and from a good strike we're going to hopefully hit more greens like Frankie has, even with miss-hit shots. So Frankie's currently 1 under with these clubs. We're going to do the same 9 holes here at Waterfront with Frankie's current set, see how he can score compared to with these forgiving clubs. Makes a fantastic roll.
Oh,
Straight over the edge, Frankie.
sad.
I'll give you that one. We move on. Frankie stays at 1 under with 2 par 4s to come. So we're back in with the driver now. So the G430 Max, it's a 9 degree, but we have knocked it down to 8. So one other thing that we've done, obviously, with this adjustable driver, is put it in a more of a draw setting. Yes, Frankie's still hit a fade, but it's not turned as much, and that's the one big thing Frankie's noticed from this driver, that he's not getting as much curve on the ball. Into the breeze that's just picked up off the right, so
Tough hole today.
tough closing holes here, so 8 and 9 will play slightly into. No reason to give it any more. We've got the forgiving driver. So interesting. Just spun up a little bit into the breeze,
Yeah, a little bit.
but right side of the fairway. So 210 to the flag here from another fairway for Frankie. 210 playing into the breeze, so probably playing 230. Frankie's going to try and flight one down here as his 3 wood get there from here. So this is set at 16 degrees as we know, so he's going to see how versatile it is. Can he get that low one? Can he get it chasing back there into this wind? Got the low one, left it slightly open. Did come back a little bit, Frankie. Started right because he tried to play it low. That's just missed the green. That's exactly what we're trying to do there. It maybe isn't as versatile as Frankie's current 3 wood.
I don't think so.
Right, so short-sided himself here, so trying to play a different shot with that 3 wood, maybe not as easy as potentially with the other Stealth fairway woods out of their new range. So maybe we have a look at those for Frankie, which fairway wood would suit him best as a 2 handicap golfer. But in with the Cleveland wedges again. So far he's liked them, he maybe just doesn't think he gets as much spin as with his jaws. That's a nice delicate shot though, Frankie. Just finished on the fringe.
Damn.
Good effort. Frankie's just said he needs to take the flag out. He's confident in holing this. So 15 feet, give or take. Tour average, 1 in 4. So as a 2 handicap, probably closer to 1 in 8. But he's confident. But if you're a mid-handicap golfer, please do not beat yourself up for missing these kind of putts. Make sure you 2-putt and get out of there onto the next. 2 putts here is a bogey for Frankie, but gets him back to level par with these forgiving clubs.
No.
Just a bit slow out of that fringe slash semi-cut. But it's a par, and we move on.
Damn. Bogey.
Right, so final hole here for Frankie. Back to level par, which again is not bad at all here with forgiving clubs. Clubs that he's would never thought of using.
Never have used. First round.
But now he's thinking about. So in coming weeks we will be testing and seeing which fairway woods would suit Frankie best, which driver, again compare a few more, the mini driver is currently the best, and also how these clubs compare to Frankie's current clubs, which are on next week. That is a fantastic shot, slightly moving back.
Oh no.
Oh Frankie.
Damn.
So just short of the cabbage, as that's what Frankie made the noise for. So he's got the elusive 200 yards downhill, downwind. Gone 5 iron, Frankie?
5 iron.
5 iron.
3 was too much, I think. So
3 was too much. And again, out of the rough here. It is sat pretty nice, but could get a flyer, so this could get him back there.
Oh my God.
Flown. A little bit of offset turning it over.
Maybe the bunker.
Not what he was expecting. So a terrible bounce here, somehow off the edge of here. We're in the trap. So Frankie needs an up and down here. So he's going to go straight back to his full face 2 Cleveland wedge. Again, very versatile. A lot of bounce on these, so it'll be very interesting how it gets through the sand. Frankie said his wedge currently doesn't have much bounce on it, and he might struggle, so
Need it.
long shot, feet in.
Got a
So,
twig here. Nasty.
twig behind to add effect.
Oh wow.
That's a very good shot, Frankie.
Bit of a
Played it
runner.
as a little bit of a runner. Well played. So you've got to pick your wedges according to what kind of golf course you play. So wedges again there for Frankie. If he's playing a parkland course with a lot of grass, you might need a lot of bounce. If you're playing links golf, it could be totally different. We've got this left. So comment below, guys, do you use any of these clubs? Obviously, would you look at these clubs? Have you overlooked some of these clubs because you think you're either better or you're not good enough or you like a different brand? Why is it? Or is it price? Does it come down to that? But we're going to get these same clubs out there with Dave and see how he does with these. Again, we're going to change the loft on the driver for Dave. We know we need higher launch, we know we need different shafts, so we will change that accordingly. But would they benefit him more than have Frankie? Again, Frankie's scored well, he's scored to his handicap. This to finish 1 over for 9 holes.
Level. Come on, Chris. You're dissing me.
Is he level?
This is to finish the level, isn't
Oh,
it?
I do apologise. This is
Come on.
This is
Wow.
to finish level.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
This is Frankie to finish level, not 1 over, as I've just dissed him. How dare I? That's another fantastic roll, and he's done it on purpose. Frankie finishes level, but next week we're going to be out here with his clubs. We're going to be seeing how over 9 holes does he perform better with his currently fitted set, and then we're going to compare numbers and get out here with a TrackMan, and Frankie's level.